Hey everyone, I'm Clue. So, it's been going pretty decently. I've been trying to stream almost every day, right? And definitely speeding up the progress of this data pack. Now, we were when we left off, right? Was it the tick stuff? Yeah, it was the tick stuff, but before that, we were going over the custom weapons. Now, I've finished all of the bows. I haven't done the textures for the crossbows yet, but technically they both function as they should in terms of actual abilities. So I think that's what we'll cover today, but I am going to try and rework or just speed up how we go through all of them. So I think, what was I doing? I was doing one segment at a time. Oh, I'm missing something. So where do we live off? I think we did this whole chest, right? So we have all these weapons to go through essentially. And rather than, just go one line at a time, show them off, I don't know. I think we'll come up with a better way to showcase them, or maybe just skip over them completely. The bows are interesting, at least. I mean, these, again, we've already shown off, sneak is a ground pound, sprinting is a little dash and drops a little particle effect. And granted, they do have different abilities, but they are virtually similar, right? So I think we'll hold off of them, maybe. I don't know. I also haven't finished so much so. I think I still have most of this chest to do, right? At least half of all the weapons, but the bows are done. Okay, so I think we'll just go through all the bows, show off what they can do. There are some other features that aren't really indicated here. Oh, oops, I'll just grab another one. So for instance, it says here, stock standard original arrows, and then our affinity bonus, right? So depending on the affinity, obviously changes the bow and changes the style of arrows we shoot. But there is actually a few different arrow upgrades. No, what would you call it? Right, so changing that first line, so stock standard original arrows, there's some alternatives that do some pretty fun stuff. So I will try and give them to me. That is not the right one. Are you the right one? Nope. Yes, that is the right one. Let me just look up what they are, and then we'll generate them, and then we'll go over the bows, talk a little bit more, and call it a day. Right, there we go. So yeah, we have stock standard original arrows, guided arrows, multiple short range arrows, and a teleport to arrows on hits. So each of these bows have, again, a different pattern. That's what's equivalent to, right, in terms of the trimming system. But they do change what the arrows do. So for instance, if we shoot the barrage, right, as you can see, we shoot out, how many is that, 5 arrows? Yeah. I don't think we ended up actually doing short range. It is pretty neat, right? I think they still shoot as far as a normal arrow. In fact, it kind of feels like they go further. Maybe. No, about the same. So I do need to change that text a little bit, right? It's just multiple arrows. And then, yeah, teleport and guided. And I need to upgrade the standard arrows. Do something, maybe just higher damage. But let's grab out some Husk Friends that we can use for target practice, right? Place them down. So, yeah, barrage. Pretty self-explanatory, right? Just shoots a bunch of arrows. On a crossbow, I'm pretty sure only the base arrow would obviously be multiplied if you have multi-shot or anything like that, but still it's a lot more arrows. They all have the chance to receive the affinity bonus, which as you can see we're not triggering. I have added in the luck mechanic, so you do need higher luck in order to guarantee that you get these special arrows. Then we have guided, right? So if I shoot this, it is a guaranteed hit on the closest entity, as you can see. So I'm aiming over here and wherever it shoots, right? Actually hit that guy, and we actually got the golden arrow off of that one. Okay, and then we have teleport. That's the other little fun one. So if we hit him, well, maybe this one's broken, or maybe we're not close enough. There we go, we weren't close enough. Right, so if you're in certain range, you can use it to dash over to the opponent. But I don't know why. It must be something to do with how entities are loaded. But if an arrow leaves certain range, they're no longer executable, if that makes sense, right? So I can't run functions off them. That's why if the target is too far away, even though we hit it, well, that time we got it, right? So it was loaded, but sometimes it won't work. But anyway, pretty cool. I think, obviously, my favorite would be the teleport arrows. It's just a nice little mechanic. And yeah, I will try to work on the stock standard and make it a bit more special, but we'll move on to the actual affinity. So if I give myself luck, like usual, to the extent of 99, right, our arrows will now always be golden, as you can see. So before there was a 10% chance, now they're always golden. And we can actually see what the different effects are, depending on the different bows. So we have a few to go through, 12 in fact. So So lay out some husks and get to shooting. Right, so golden is just higher damage. So we shoot it, does a little golden explosion, 2 hits to finish off a husk with a bow, fully charged. I think it's about 4 hits usually. What is this one? This is ocean. So if we shoot with the ocean arrow, right, a little splash of water, they take some damage. Just a little bit of, say, knockback, if you will, or holds them in place. Right, it can be a bit annoying, or it's a good way to stall players chasing after you. Then we have soul. Right, what does soul do exactly? It's meant to give us buffs, if I remember correctly. Not if you finish something off. Right. We have someone who's not nearly done for. That's close enough. It's having very, very much... That is bad English. I was having a lot of difficulties getting this one to work. It is meant to be giving us a buff, but it is not. Oh, so it does extra damage, like usual. Then we have glacial. Nope, this is sky, never mind. Summons a lightning bolt on the arrow hits. We get the guy up there. Ooh. Come on. Perfect. Then what do we have? Enchanted. Just gives us bonus... Am I out of husks? I think I'm out of husks. Just generates experience when we hit a entity. Right. So you can see it's falling despite not defeating the mob. Nice little procs, so just a good way to farm experience. It is very minimal, but idea being that you can obviously just, you know, do that over and over again and generate experience, which we don't want. We have Deep Dark, which is sonic arrows. They do a little AoE explosion when they hit something, which does actually do crowd damage, which is nice because it is high damage like the golden arrow, but it is no longer single target. Celestial makes little stars rain down. And then the stars themselves have their own little effects, so it just drops a particle cloud whenever it hits something. And then the stars rain down, anything hit by the stars triggers different effects. What else? Ancient. Nice little chomp. Perfect. And that leaves 4 bows. So we're speeding through them. I will hold on to Soul, because I will need to get that working. Oh, we already did Celestial. So we have Ender, Glacial, Overworld, and Nether left. We'll also fix up the time. Lay down some more husks. Okay, so Ender teleports whatever you hit to a random mob nearby. Good way to disorientate players. Then Glacial spawns in some snow, right? Whatever you hit. And then the more times you consecutively hit, the bigger the snow will grow. Till eventually it does actually amount to powdered snow. Wait, is that powdered snow yet? Or is it one more? No, that's powdered snow. Perfect. Then we have Overworld. 4 mob to short against. We grab out some Vindicators. Because this does some poison damage being Overworld. Right, so we poison. And poison's in a pretty large AoE too. Right. Then lastly, Nether. Kaboom. Fire. Well, flaming arrows, if you will, and they ignite any of the other entities nearby. I've also tied in the affinity system, so just like with the melee weapons, the second hit will trigger a larger bonus on anything that you've hit. There's another one. See, arrows don't always proc depending on how far away. Interesting. But yeah, let me try figuring out Soul, because I was pretty sure we got working. It might work against living mobs. It might be the undead thing is the issue. So I remember husks were not being... You know what it is? Pretty sure it's giving me instant health off of the bow. Right? I changed it around. The affinity is better. Survival. Will charge at me. You can hit me. Oh. Okay. I forgot how much damage they do. It's going to be annoying. Should probably just go grab another bow. But I'm pretty sure Soul is actually regained life, instant health. Right, I will look at the commands just to make sure before we wrap up about the bow. Right, this little pen should do it. We can swarm them nice and safely and then just damage ourselves. That confused me. That was the seasonal damage. Got me worried for a second that I didn't clear a Vindicator. Should regen off of that. And then another 10 arts. Perfect. Right, so if we shoot you with the soul bow, we gain half heart. No. Oh, it appears to be broken again, which is really annoying. So, oh, you are not I'm dead. Yeah. So I think I can explain it. So it's kind of weird, the solution to get to work. Right, so as you can see, I shoot with an arrow, we regain life now. We even get, well, no resistance from the season. And the reason for that is when they have iframes, so when they glow red, apparently commands don't work off of them, right? So for instance, he took seasonal damage there, he had that flick of red, so the arrow passed through him, didn't do any damage because he's invincible, and we didn't regain any life despite, you know, getting the hit. So very, very interesting in that regard. I didn't realize, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm testing it a lot, and just seems sort of random when it decides to give us health back. I mean, it works sometimes, doesn't work other times. I got it working on stream, but now, you know, is it where I aim? It's just, I don't know, can we get any of the proc? I got it once before I started recording, and there we go, we got one proc off it. And there's nothing on it to gate it. Sorry, I really need to stop playing with stuff on my desk. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a seasonal effect, right? When I take damage like this, you can't gain health, instant health. That seems weird, right? That iframes would prevent healing. Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing. Works sometimes, and the actual affinity is no longer working either. You know what? While we're here, we'll test some melee weapons, right? So on the soul sword, attacking twice, right? We should get buffs. Let's see. Nothing. 1. Nothing. 2. Nothing. Yeah, so even this appears to trigger randomly too. I don't know. I've broken it somehow in between now and like yesterday, day before was when I streamed the bow stuff. Weird. Anyway, yeah, that'll do. I guess I will tinker with this and hopefully we get to work. Hopefully get soul to work altogether. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. See ya.